Hello folks, Mix here with another video. Today, we will take a closer look into Gambit. A very pleasant hybrid of PvE and PvP. The most basic explanation for Gambit is something like this. You will be part of a 4-man fire team, but you don't need a pre-made team. If you lack people on your team, they will be assigned automatically through matchmaking. The Drifter will flip the coin to decide which PvE opponents you will face. It will be one of Scorn, Hive, Cabal, Fallen, or Vex.
Let's see what we've got. Cabal on the field.
Special and heavy ammo will be limited. Heavy ammo can periodically be obtained from a cache near the bank. Only one Guardian can obtain heavy ammo from the cache at a time. The next cache will be available after a preset amount of time. The second you enter the game area, a wave of enemies spawns. You, and your teammates, need to clear the enemies, and collect the motes they drop. When all the enemies in the current wave are cleared, a new wave will spawn in another part of the map. The motes will disappear after a short while, so make sure someone collects them. Sometimes a high-value target is spawned, which drops a lot of motes upon death. This enemy is quite strong, and best taken down with multiple Guardians. The bars in the top HUD display show a number of things. Each team has a bar, which is divided into 3 parts. Every part represents 25 motes. The part of the bar that has a solid red or blue color shows the amount of banked motes. The part filled in gray is the amount of motes the Guardians of that team are carrying around. If the bar changes to yellow, the team has summoned their primeval. The bar now represents the health of the primeval. The number displayed above your teammates represent the number of motes they carry. The number of motes you currently carry is displayed on the left. The motes need to be banked in the centerpiece, or the bank. In total, your team needs to collect and bank 75 motes to spawn the primeval. The primeval is a taken boss, and the last mob you need to kill to win the round. Do this twice in a row to win the match. If both teams win a round, a third round, with different rules will be played, to decide the match. We'll get back to the rules regarding the decisive third round. Let's get into the mechanics a bit more. Motes drop upon killing a mob. You can hold up to 15 motes at a time. You can bank any amount of motes, but there are some thresholds to take into account. Whenever you bank more than 5 motes, you will spawn a blocker on the opposing team bank. You'll hear a sound every time a blocker spawns. The blocker blocks the bank, preventing the opposing team from banking any motes. Once all the active blockers are killed, the bank will be active again, and banking motes can continue. Consider taking care of the blockers as soon as possible. Multiple blocker can be active at any given time. You probably want to prevent having to deal with blockers and an invader at the same time. Banking 5 up to 10 motes will spawn a small blocker, which can easily be soloed. 10 to 15 motes spawns a medium blocker, a bit stronger, but manageable. With the maximum amount of 15 motes, you'll spawn a large blocker, which is quite strong, and takes multiple guardians to take down within a reasonable amount of time. If you die, and are in possession of motes, they will all be lost.
Your team's dominating.
Banking motes obviously counts towards the grand total of 75 motes, but also has two additional thresholds, at 25 and 50 motes. Once a team banks a total of 25, 50, and 75 motes, a portal will be activated, allowing one guardian to enter the opposing team's side. The portal can be found near the bank. This guardian, or invader, has 30 seconds to kill as many guardians as possible. Every time a guardian carrying motes is killed, the team loses those motes and thereby, progress. A countdown is shown on the left side of the screen, for as long as the invader is present. You can only be damaged by guardians while invading the opposing team's side. As an invader, you are able to see the opposing guardians right from the start. If you break cover, you will be a glowing red target for them, so watch your step. Once the first team summons the primeval, the opposing team's portal will be activated. If a guardian is killed while their primeval is summoned, it will heal the primeval by a decent amount. The primeval fight has a few parts to it. When the primeval fight starts, it will also spawn two wizards, or envoys. They absolutely need to die as soon as possible. Then there is a stacked buff that has impact on the damage done to the primeval. Killing both envoys grants a stack of primeval slayer, and every 30 seconds, another stack is added. I usually wait till I have 4 stacks, before I unleash all the heavy stuff on the primeval. Invading the other team's side, and killing opposing guardians, can be really crucial during this fight. If a third round is needed to decide the match, different rules apply. When the round starts, the primeval is already present, as are the envoys. There won't be any regular waves of trash mobs. All cooldowns are drastically reduced, and the invasion portal is active. Again, take down the envoys as quickly as possible. This will provide you with a stack, and thus, damage against the boss is increased. Expect regular visits from an invader, and make sure you don't get killed, as this will heal the primeval. Time your team's visit to the other side wisely, and make sure to maintain damage to the primeval. If all falls into place, you have a good shot at winning the final round, and thereby, the match. A few small tips. Keep an eye on who's carrying how many motes, and make sure the right person collects the motes. Don't just frantically pick up any mote you lay your eyes on. It could be good strategy to let 2 people collect the motes. This will produce bigger blockers in a shorter amount of time. Try to send a medium or large blocker when the opposing team is carrying a lot of motes around, and then invade, to have the most impact on their progress. Defend mote carriers against invaders, by engaging the invader in a cautious manner, thereby wasting their precious time. Use the portals to quickly travel from one side of the map, to another. So, work as a team, try to time your visits, and try not to die, especially when carrying motes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave a comment. Have fun in Gambit, and catch you on the next one. Mix out. Last but not least, today's word is lackadaisical, meaning a person that's lazy and has no enthusiasm or determination.